G'day everyone, welcome back to the Hobby Hatch. Are you a big fan of Pokémon? Are you a big fan of giant monsters? I thought you might be. In this video I wanted to make a mixture between the two and see what it just might look like to be attacked by a giant Kaiju Venusaur. To start off, I printed this Venusaur sculpt by Kaijumon, which you can find on my mini factory, on my 3D printer and primed it black. I then gave the entire model some light volumes through the airbrush, and then began painting Venusaur's skin tone using a mixture of forest green and almond blue. I masked around the leaves with blue tack to protect most of the skin colour we've already put down, and then painted them with Scorpy Green by Vallejo. I then painted the flower stem with Mornfang Brown. To get the white spots Venusaur Pokemon usually have dotted around on their flower petals, I opted to put a few beads of blue tack of various sizes down on each of the petals before adding the colour. The flowers were then sprayed with a mixture of squid pink and Mephiston red paint. And then the blue tack was removed, leaving the white spots underneath. I then began highlighting each area by adding a touch of white paint to each respective base colour and very carefully layering up the bright colour in about 2 or 3 coats. The green was the exception to this, where instead I added a bright yellow to the green base colour, giving it a richer, warmer highlight tone. The mouth and teeth got the same treatment before moving on to the eyes. I gave the eyes a ready glow effect because, well, what's more menacing than glowy eyes? And with the eyes done, I called the model finished and moved on to painting the terrain elements. I 3D printed these traditional Japanese style walls and temple and primed them black. After looking at some real world examples, I decided to go with a green and red colour scheme for these structures. Now we can't have a temple under siege without some defenders, so I grabbed a few epic scale solar auxilia models and painted them as the city guard. I then moved on to the base, which was just made out of a cork trivet with some XPS foam glued to the top. I wanted some rocky outcrops on the diorama that the oversized pocket monster would be walking between to get to the temple gates, so I created these using some foam cut-offs. Some appropriately sized pieces were glued together, and then they were shaped using a sharp construction knife. These were then given a rocky texture by smacking them with a rock. I then sealed the foam using a mixture of plaster, paint and Mod Podge, and once that was dry I added some coarse sand and grout for a bit of varying texture. I took the base outside and primed it black. Then using the airbrush, I gave all the rocky elements some rocky colours and all the groundy elements some groundy colour. A quick dry brushing of light grey helped catch all the sharp edges on the rocks. I then glued down all of the building elements and used a small dab of texture paste to stop the walls having any gaps visible underneath them. Next, I moved on to flocking much of the open areas and adding bushes with foam flock. To tie everything together, I used some dirty down moss to the rocks and buildings. Lastly, I added a light brown path using pigment powder and glued the soldiers and Venusaur down in place. And with everything finished, it was time for the Glamour Shots. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you've enjoyed, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel, or sharing with a friend. It really helps the channel grow. And as always, if you have any feedback or comments, pop them in the comment section below. Anyway, thanks again for watching, everyone. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.